Wait a minute. Hey! Welcome to the Ramble Radio, motherfucker! Woo! Baby!
Also video.
Yeah.
For as long as the internet lasts here. Also video.
For as long as Eddie's hotel internet in Vegas.
As long as the
just
Vegas
the
Wi-Fi.
biggest death knell, whatever you want to call it, the biggest death bell there is Hotel Vegas hotel Wi-Fi. For as long as it holds up, it's also video. Eddie, this is Ramble Radio 386.
I heard the rumors.
Just for all the haters out there.
Yeah.
Just to all the haters.
Don't hate
to all the haters.
The player. Hate the game.
Right. And you know what? The game's on our side too. It is.
We didn't invent the podcast. We just mastered it.
Exactly. We just made it better and better.
We just made it better.
Ramble Radio. Now you think it's just you and I today? Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, alt-right Cody's got a lot going on. That E. Jean Carroll, that ruling's going to drop any minute now. How much his boy's got to pay? The little tantrums in court, the immunity thing. And then how he's trying to spin this landslide in Iowa that really wasn't a landslide. I mean, Cody's got a lot to juggle.
And Cody's speech he did in New Hampshire the other night was, debank, just making up new words.
Cody Viafania special. Is Cody in playoff form? Is he already in midseason form?
Oh, dude.
And we're not even to November?
He's playing at championship level right now. Debank. Just
debanking. They're going to debank you.
Chef's kiss for Cody.
You're going to get debanked. How anyone still has any, he's my guy. You're beyond hope. Don't be mean. No, you're a fucking moron. If you're, there's nothing else. You're just a dumb pile of human shit at this point. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Just wait 4 more years until maybe you guys can get a normal person in there to run.
How can it hurt? How can it hurt?
Find another Bob Dole or fucking Mitt Romney. Find one of those guys. Run one of those guys.
Christ. Those lumps of shit look like godsends right now.
Jesus.
It's
why?
Here's what I'm wondering.
What?
Why haven't either Nikki Haley or DeSantis just taken a page out of his book and just say Iowa was rigged? Why can't they just?
I don't know. No one else says it.
Why can't they just be like, well, this was rigged. I didn't lose. Iowa. We won.
He said he was saying it was going to be rigged before it happened.
Right.
And then he won, so he didn't say anything.
Now apparently it's not rigged anymore. Now that he won, it's no longer rigged. So
lump of shit.
Fucking piece of shit. How do you not see the con, you dumb motherfuckers? Or what do you hate? Are you that afraid of immigrants and vaccines that you just see the con and you're like, all right, transgender people scare me. I can't. I've got to stick with it. I see the con right in front of me, but I'm afraid of immigrants. I'm afraid of transgender people, and I can't have a vaccine ever.
So you're just going to let this asshole pull a Palpatine. Just fuck it all over.
Fucking morons. Oh, God. Here we are, though. Look at us.
So, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy.
Back,
4 more years.
4 more years. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Ooh, this is...
Keep getting the band back together. That'd be great.
Man, I keep forgetting that Dave Campo was 5-10 because part of me is like, I'd rather have that, but I wouldn't. I would rather have. I think if I had to pick,
at least it's exciting until January for you.
Yeah, right. It's a fun ride up until it matters. Then it all falls apart. But it's a fun. Hey, at least with
Dave
McCarthy,
Campo, you were watching preseason NBA basketball in October.
Oh, God. Hey, what are the Mavs going to do? That was every day of the Dave Campo. What do you think the Rangers? Think their stars are going to pull something? I mean,
so
brutal. So, I mean, yeah, this is you know what's funny, too, is
what?
And Eddie, I'm not as mad as I used to be because I think that the worst thing that could have happened for me being a sports nut was the Rangers winning a title.
You got it all.
I don't care as much anymore. Is that bad?
No.
Am I a bad fan? I've seen them I've seen every team I love. The 4 teams I love, I've seen them now all win it all.
The older people get, the less angry they should get at their sports teams.
Absolutely.
When I was a child,
you should get annoyed.
Yeah, absolutely. In the moment, sure, yeah. But like when I was like a 12-year-old or 10-year-old, and I was watching Redskins games, and they would lose, my whole week was fucked.
Shattered. Oh my God.
I was depressed for a week.
Eddie, you should have seen. You should have seen how inconsolable I was during the Steve Pallure, Gary Hogeboom days. That was whew. I remember thinking it shouldn't. It should not matter. Like it should not. And it's funny with the Cowboys. I have one nice size spurt of them being amazing, right?
Yeah.
When I started remembering Cowboy games, I was used to the disappointment. It was Danny White getting us
terrible 80s team.
Danny White getting us to the AFC Championship team, and then we fuck it up every time. I kind of started remembering games at the tail end of that. And then in the 80s, they were a nightmare for the most part. Then they got really then they got legendary. Yeah. And then it fell apart again. But I'm like, I got to see it be legendary. Why am I mad?
You got to see a dynasty.
Right.
How many
I got to see a
Get to
dynasty.
see their team
exactly. And it's like, and yeah, I could look at the depression of like the Dallas, you as a sports fan, you would know from the outside. Would you have ever thought in the 80s or 90s, watching sports, would you have ever thought the Texas Rangers or the Dallas Mavericks would ever win anything? Would you have ever thought? I mean, they were and the fact that they were able to get their shit together enough to win before the Cowboys could do it again. When you played
NBA games on like Super Nintendo and you got stuck with the Mavericks, you're like,
you were pissed.
I'm
gonna lose.
You can't beat anybody with the Mavericks.
You're done. NBA Jam and Tony, it was Jason Kidd and Tony Dumas, I think. That's what we had. It was.
I think Tecmo Basketball had Sarunas Marcialonis or somebody like that. Some guy, he could just hit threes. That's all he could do.
Was that Sasha Danilovic maybe? Because there was Martin Mearsep. We had a few of those. Yeah, like
there was one guy that you had to go deep onto the bench and pull him out, and he could hit threes, and that's all.
I think that was Sasha Danilovic. And then like, see, I never bought sports games back then because they were terrible. I'm like, I have 4 Maddens I've ever owned. Guess what years they were, Eddie? 92, 93, 94, 95. And then I was done with Madden. It was, so that's why the McCarthy thing is it's so bad. But I'm like, whatever.
It doesn't make it's a head scratcher with all the coaches that are out there and
with everyone that's available, and you're like, now we're gonna run it back with him. Like, okay,
we're gonna run it back. Glory hole, get that glory hole.
Get that one. I want some glory hole. So it's like part of me feels like a bad fan because like, and is that the drawback to them winning it all? Is that the one thing as a fan you've always hoped for? And like with the Mavericks and the Rangers, I thought it would never happen. Even last season, I thought the Rangers weren't going to win it. And then the Mavericks, dude, the Mavericks, if I remember correctly, the year they won the title, they were supposed to get Dwight Howard in the offseason. That was the big rumor.
Yeah.
And that fell apart, and they got Tyson Chandler, who turned out to be everything they needed. Yeah. But I remember my friends and I literally after that 2011, like the 2010 offseason, after it was over and it was time for the next the year they won the championship.
Yeah.
My friends and I remember saying, "Hey, I just feel bad. Dirk's never going to win one. He's going to have that stink on him."
Yeah,
but
it's going to be Charles Barkley.
Right, but he's been amazing, right? Like we're so lucky to get to see a dude of that talent play for us, right? And then they win it all. You're like, "What the fuck?" And then I'm like, "Well, okay, I'm good." Same with I didn't think the Rangers would ever fucking win shit. And they do it, and you're like, okay. The only time I was ever confident was when the Cowboys got Charles Haley.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, there's no question, right? Like,
and
I
Dion,
just knew.
Right? They got Charles Haley and Dion, right?
Charles Haley, first 2 Super Bowls. They got Dion for
right.
the third one. And then Haley, I was like,
I knew when they got him for that. I knew when they got Dion, I'm like, fuck, they won.
That's it,
Before
right?
the
And then
started,
Dion. And then when the Stars got Brett Hull, I was, okay, they're in.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it. When the Stars got Brett Hull, I'm like, you're adding him to that team with Madonna and Newendike. If they're healthy, they're going to win it. But the only time, the Rangers and Mavericks, I was just up until the final out and the last second of the fourth quarter. I'm like, they could lose this. Like, I don't know. So I guess I've just, I mean, is that what happened to Rodimus Prime?
Maybe.
Where do you go for you beat Unicron? What
you beat Unicron? You're kind of.
What do you do now? Like Rodimus Prime, you've reached the peak. Yeah, Rodimus, are you going to be afraid of Galvatron a second time?
No, it was like what I said with when Luke went to Octu. He went to the island because he beat Darth Vader and the Emperor. Like, okay,
what's he going to fucking do? He did it.
You know.
He did it. How many? Like Rodimus?
That's a walk-off shot. It's a walk-off shot.
It's a walk-off shot. You retire.
You go.
You tip your hat. You retire. Because Rodimus Prime. He beats Unicron. RC sucking his dick every night, and he's done. He doesn't care anymore. I did it. I did it. Optimus died chasing that moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why, and that's why
he never got to it.
And that's why it was great it was good that they brought him back, because now he was eternally chasing it. It's gone.
Yeah.
So now Optimus he's going to be the best leader because he's always going to be going after that moment that he'll never get.
Rodimus already got it, so you get complacent.
He got it.
You get fat. You get lazy.
Do you think he was fucking RC?
Oh, I think he was checking oil, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He was putting his dipstick in there to see.
Seeing how those Energon deposits were doing on RC. He had to.
How did Transformers fuck? Did they fuck?
I don't know if they've ever. We know that Prime had a lady friend and Alita won.
Right.
But I don't. We never.
Did they do it?
Never a fuck scene.
There was never a fuck scene.
What if there's just a fuck scene?
It's like Heavy Metal, but in the Transformers movie. There's just like a fuck scene in the middle of it.
It's the only thing they're missing in that 86 movie. You've already taken our innocence by show, but might as well.
What's more shattering to a child than watching Optimus die? Show a fuck scene now.
Show a fuck
Let's see Bumblebee get laid. Fuck it.
Yeah, the Bumblebee's fucking RC before he has to go.
And then Rodimus comes in, and you got a love triangle.
There it is.
Now it's
there
much
it is.
More interesting.
Like, uh-oh. Galvatron just fucks Ultra Magnus from behind before they. Why not? Why
How
not?
else are Transformers made? Are they constructed?
We don't.
Or are they?
Do they boink? Should they
boink?
Okay.
Is that the title of this show? Do Transformers boink?
Why didn't the Transformers movie have a boink scene? They've already done so much else.
Like I said, we asked the tough questions.
We really do here at the Ramble. Do you think Dietrich Potter gave it?
We changed the game.
Games are always changed.
You don't like our answers? Ask different questions.
Go exactly. My God. Oh, do we call it there just in case since we have you?
I know it's this fucking Wi-Fi is touchy as shit right now. Maybe we high pointed it with.
But we solved
Bumblebee.
fandom. We solved fandom.
I think we did. I think we solved fandom,
and
we got to discuss bring up the hypothetical. Do Transformers boink?
Do Transformers fuck? Thundercats all day long.
Absolutely, like fucking rabbits. They fucking fuck.
Thundercats all day long.
Dude, Panther fucking carried around 2 dildos on a string.
Try this, Lionel. Gee, who do you think got the most? Lionel. Snarf got that pussy. I bet Snarf had a hog.
He was a fucking walking jizz rag, is what Snarf was.
Snarf just had this massive dick Made everybody just uncomfortable. Like, oh, Jesus. This fucking guy.
Dude. Why else would he be around unless he could throw it?
Why
unless
else?
he could sling some dick. Why else would he be around?
Why else?
Is that the title? Could Snarf sling some dick?
What do you think is better?
I don't know.
Or, I'm going to do that. Or could Snarf sling some dick? Could Snarf sling some D? Oh, man.
Snarf. Snarf.
Don't look at me, cunt, Snarf. Don't make eye contact, you fucking horse. Snarf. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Snarf.
You know he fucked Lionel's fucking paw glove that he kept the sword in.
God,
you know he fucked the shit out of that.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'll put a real
Dude, that was like a fleshlight. That was a fleshlight for Snarf.
I'll fill this up. You want sight beyond sight. But
Snarf.
That's probably how they always got over on Mumra. Right when Mumra was about to win, Snarf would just show up and be like, oh, fuck, we're getting out of here.
I'm out.
I'm not dealing with this guy. I'm not this guy. Nah, this guy's going to try to fuck us all.
I'm fucking covered in rags. I don't want that guy near me.
Yeah, I could. How long did it take to get that jizz off this fucking thing? Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, there it is. Well, Snarf, as much fun as we've had, Eddie.
So much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I just want to can I just say nobody fucked like I did, okay?
Uh-huh.
So this is if you want to go one property that did the most fucking, it would all be, I'm carrying it. Do you understand? He-Man can't sling dick to save his fucking life, that fucking pencil-cocked piece of shit. So just everybody, just know that. Nobody fucked like I did. Nobody fucked more than me. Nobody still fucks more than me. Nobody. I don't care what you wanted. The Care Bears, I out-fuck all of them.
Okay.
Well, the Care Bears were brought in.
That was a competition? Was the Care Bears?
Okay. And by the way, He-Man's mother is a giant pussy.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Cinesnob Cody?
Let's get him on Rotten Tomatoes.
Let's do that. We need to do that. Eddie, I think we're gonna make it. I'm calling it right now. We're not gonna have another hiccup before we go. Where can all the fine folk find you? I think we
5
days
can do
a
this.
week. Patreon.com.
There it
Ralph
is.
Report.
There it
I'll
is.
be back next Tuesday for the Tuesday show. I'm in Vegas until then.
There it is. You can.
And then
see me.
Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays,
Yep.
Ramble Proper.
And you can find me in the same Ramble locales. You can find Eddie and Cody right there. So subscribe to us. 5-star rating. Positive text review. RambleTube on YouTube. You know where to find us. All that shit. We love you all. Have a great weekend. We will be back Tuesday for another Ramble Radio. Until then, everybody. Bye.